Hello. Are you Sam? Hi, I'm Dr. Blue. It's nice to meet you. Come on in. Have a seat in that chair right there. Get comfortable. I was just looking at your file. So you were referred to us through the Heartland Clinic, is that correct? Yeah, okay. And you're here to... Okay. So you need to have a report written so that you can apply for disability, is that correct? Okay. We do lots of those, and they really do help in that process. So it's all beneficial to you. And yes, this is all confidential. And the only thing is that a copy of the report is going to be sent to your psychologist at the Heartland Clinic. Is that all right? Okay. Now, has he explained to you what we do here and kind of the procedure? Okay. Well, I'll just go over it briefly. We are going to get a little bit of background information from you, and then I'm going to give you a series of short tests that are going to allow me to have a better idea of your functioning and of your personality, so that I can write a better report to reflect the intricacies of you. Okay? Now, the testing. Now, there's nothing to worry about. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a short IQ test, and it's what we call a personality inventory. The inventory is a little bit longer, but it generally takes about 40 minutes to take. It's about 300 questions, but it doesn't take all that long. And it's a very good test for personality. Yes, nothing to be worried about. So you've had your IQ tested before? Okay, but that was when you were 16, is that correct? Okay, IQ fluctuates a little bit over the lifespan, so we'll just test you again. What was it when you... Oh, you're a smarty. Okay. You've got nothing to worry about. It'll be just fine. Okay, so first off, can I get your full name? Oh, that's... Okay. How do you spell your middle name? Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. And your last name? Okay. And when is your date of birth? Okay. Now, your current living arrangements, do you live alone? Okay. How long were you living there? And was that with friends? Okay. So you lived there until you... Oh, okay. And how long have you been at My Brother's Keeper? Okay. And, okay. You were referred there through your friends at the VA. Okay. Got it. Next, where were you born? Believe it or not, I have been to Yakima. Yeah, I skied at White Pass. Oh, you've been there? The snow was 20 feet deep when I was there. It's crazy. That's okay. Washington's beautiful. Yeah. Excuse me. So how long did you live in Yakima? Okay, then Tulsa? For 5 years. When did you move here? That was right after Tulsa. Okay, so that was 6 years ago. Okay. Are you married currently? Single, okay. Okay. And did you make it all the way through high school? What was the highest level of education you've completed? Okay, so you went through a 4-year college. Okay. What was your major? Sociology. Interesting. Okay. Now in school, how did you do in school? Just I know it's kind of a weird question, but so you were an AB student? Did you find you ever had problems concentrating or performing in school? Yeah, breakups can be hard. This can be distracting. But overall, you were pretty good in school. Okay. Okay. Also, what college did you go to? Okay. And you graduated what year? Now, when you were growing up, did you walk and talk at a normal age? I know it's difficult to remember all the way back, but has your mother or father ever told you that you were delayed walking or talking? No. Okay, so everything's normal. Okay. So tell me a little bit about growing up. Did you live with both of your parents? Okay. So your mother remarried when you were 6. Okay. And did you lived with your stepfather all the way through? Okay. Till you graduated. How would you characterize your home life? Did you have a good relationship with your parents? So, okay, so not with your biological father. Okay. Did you see much of him after the divorce? Okay, so he was still involved in your life. Okay. Okay. So your biological father had a drinking problem. Okay. Was that just ever prevalent, or did that start at a specific time? As far back? Okay, so it's as far back as you can remember. I realize you don't have to answer all these questions if they make you uncomfortable, but just I'll go ahead and ask it. Was there any abuse there? Did he ever hurt you? Okay, just a lot of yelling. Okay. Do you still speak to your father? Okay. So when did he pass away? Okay. Do you have any siblings? So one older, one younger. Okay. How much older? Okay, 2 years. Okay, 2 years older, 2 years younger. And did you get along with your brother and sister? Okay. So y'all are close. That's great. Okay. And what do they do? Oh, so they live right around here. How did that happen? You started so far away. Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, cool. They're very supportive of you. That's amazing. Sorry, there's so much pollen. I just keep coughing. All right. I'm just making some notes here. Okay, so your stepfather got along with him, right? This is just pretty extensive background, I know. Tell me about your mother. I know. It just helps me get a better big picture. What were your grades in college like? Okay, so just like they were in high school. Okay. Did you do any extracurricular things in school? Like, what did you enjoy doing? Okay, soccer? And band. Oh, and choir. Okay. What'd you play in the band? A saxophone, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, I was a band nerd too. I played the flute. Do you have any family history of mental illness that you know of? Okay, so your father's side? Do you know what kind of depression that was? Do you think it was bipolar? Okay. But that's just what everybody said, and he never went to go get it checked out or anything? Okay. And he said he suffered from alcoholism. Is that correct? Yeah. And that's all that you know. What about any health problems on your father's side? Just high blood pressure. Okay. And on your mother's side? Okay, so no problems on your mother's side. What about, I was talking about psychological problems. Okay, so pretty healthy on your mother's side. Okay. Oh, sorry. So your grandmother had, okay, your grandmother had breast cancer. Okay. Okay, so after you graduated from college, what did you do? Okay. And what branch of the service? Army. Okay. And for how long? Wow. Okay. 2 tours. Okay. Now, while you were in the Army, did you see any combat? Okay. Okay. You haven't been diagnosed with PTSD or anything like that? Okay, so you had... Okay, okay. It wasn't that bad. Okay. I'm very glad for that. Thank you for your service. I really appreciate that. Okay, after you got out of the Army, what did you do? So you worked in that's the office right across from the Starbucks, right? Okay, cool. I drive by there all the time. How long did you work there? Okay, so... Okay, and that accident caused you to have some back pain. Okay. So you couldn't work after that. Is that correct? And what medications are you currently on for that? And that's for high blood pressure. Okay. So two pain medications and the high blood pressure medication. All right. And you've told your doctor over at the Heartland Clinic all about this, right? Okay. Okay, just making sure. Now, has he prescribed you any medications? Okay. Is it SSRI? Okay. For depression? Okay. And when did he prescribe that for you? Okay. It's about 2 years ago? Okay. Okay, so you've been diagnosed with depression. Do you know specifically, did he say what kind of depression it was? You just know it. Okay, just depression. Okay. We'll get into that in just a little bit. I want to find out a little bit more about that. I want to ask you a couple questions about drug and alcohol use. And remember, this is completely confidential. And you don't have to answer all of these questions, but I'd really appreciate it if you would. It gives me a better idea. How many alcoholic drinks do you drink per week? Yes, I know with that medication, but so just honestly, okay, that's fine. You really shouldn't drink on that medication, just FYI. That's fine, okay. And do you use any illegal drugs? Not since the 60s. Okay. So, no drugs since the 60s. Okay. And what were you doing in the 60s? Okay. Okay. And how often? Okay. All right. Getting into what you were saying about about depression. When did those symptoms start, do you think? Okay. So it's kind of come and gone throughout your adult life, okay? And typically, when you start to feel depressed, can you think of a common thing that kind of sets you off? So, okay, you've talked about that with your doctor. What do you think it is? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I understand. Piece of paper here. Okay. Now I need to ask this. Are you currently considering harming yourself or others? Have you ever attempted to harm yourself? Okay. What prompted you the first time to go to a psychologist? Okay. Missing days at work. So you held that job for a long time. So you weren't about to get fired or anything. They were just worried about you. They suggested you go. Okay. Did you have any problems with outbursts or violent behavior or anything like that? Okay. So tell me about that time. And that's a very stressful situation. Okay, so that case was dropped. Okay. And what year was that? But you went to anger management. Okay. Okay. And who? Yes. Mm-hmm. Who did you go see for anger management? Do you remember the center that you went to, or the psychologist that you went to? Oh, so it was just a group meeting. Okay. And that was in Tulsa. Okay. Have you had any problem with the law since then? Just speeding tickets. Okay. All right. Let me see. Just making a few notes. Okay. Are there any medications you're taking that you have not already told me about? No. Ventolin. Okay, that's for asthma. Okay. And you normally take that? Okay. Yeah. Tylenol's a normal thing. Okay. Oh, but you take that. Okay, what do they call those? I've heard those referred to as Ranger candy. Is that what they call them? Yeah. Okay, so Ranger candy. That's for your back. Okay. Since you had the accident, I know that you were diagnosed with depression before the accident, but has it had any effect? Has the pain medication had any effect on your depression? As you feel more lethargic taking the antidepressants on your pain medication. That's normal. Okay. Does that really interfere with your day-to-day function? Okay. And the death of a parent can be very, very difficult. Oh my gosh, just going through all of that at the same time. Yeah. On top of your back. Okay. Gotcha. So it's kind of like the sky fell on you, huh? Yeah. And the anxiety, do you feel like certain things proceed? So you've had some panic attacks. Can you tell me when you've had those? So not recently. Okay. That's good. So the Cymbalta helped with that. Oh, yeah, it would. That's good you're not having panic attacks anymore. That's very good. All right. Let me see. Any more questions? So many questions. Let me see. I think that's about it. Just written all over this page. So is there anything you want to tell me that we haven't covered? Okay. When did that begin? I'm writing pretty fast. My hand's about to fall off. So that was before you moved. Okay. But so you're common law married. Okay. Okay. And when did you meet her? Okay, and so she suggested that. Okay. So obviously that she cares about you. Okay, so I'm just checking this. So she's the one who got you involved in the Heartland Clinic? Okay. I'm getting the connections now. Okay. Do you have any children? Okay, no kids. Okay. But you're not currently living with her right now? Okay. So you were common law married. Okay. Okay. So you're still friends? Oh, that's great. That's great. Do you feel that you have people that you can talk to, that you could go to for support? Okay. It's good to have friends. Okay. And you're close with your siblings? Yeah. If you feel depressed, do you feel like that you can talk to people? Do you talk to people, or do you kind of keep quiet about it? So you talk to your doctor the most about it, really? Okay. That's fine. And with your older sister. Okay. Now, with your back pain currently, okay, so that's pretty much knocked you out of Out of the job. Okay. And how many times have you applied for disability? When was that? Did they say why they turned you down? Oh, okay, okay. We'll be much more careful with the paperwork. I'm sorry to hear that. These reports generally really do help people get disability, so I have every expectation that we'll be able to get you what you need. So you're having some problems paying for your medication. Got it. Okay. Okay, so you used to have insurance under your job now. Okay. Yes, we'll get that taken care of. So for your medication and for the... Oh, okay, for the traction? So you sleep in traction? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to ask you, do you have any problems as far as taking more medication than you've been prescribed? I'm not judging you, I'm just... Like, is the amount of medication that you have been prescribed for pain, do you feel like that is enough to... Have you told your doctor? So okay, you just want to get this sorted out. Okay. I understand. Do you wear I didn't see. Okay, so you have a brace on too. Do you think that... Yes. Yes. Are you going to continue to go see a psychologist? Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Okay. Well, we'll include that in the report. Okay, let me just check over your file one more time. I think we've got everything in order here. Let me see. Yes, I'm going to get Sarah to take you into the other room. It's got a better table than in here. And we'll get you the IQ assessment and the personality assessment. There's nothing to worry about. Don't be nervous. You'll be fine. I think everything's in order. So let me put these away. It was very, very nice to meet you. I'm sure we're going to get you the help you need very soon.